Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about gearing, more like about the min-max sets, the chest stuff, what you should be prioritizing to upgrade, what your focus should be at, and what mistakes to not make during your gearing process, especially if you're a new player or a casual player. So the first thing I want to talk about is your basic set piece and what you should and not should be doing. So let's start with what you should not be doing first. Do not upgrade your armors to level 60. Just don't do that. Do not craft any void gear. Do not craft this. Do not craft this at all. No void gear. Don't craft any void gear. You don't have to rush it. No reason to do that. Especially don't craft a talisman. Especially the talisman and seal. Don't craft those. You will need this. Don't do the same mistake as me. Now that you know what you should not be doing, let's go to what you should be doing. What you should be doing is rushing your accessories to level 60 ASAP. ASAP. You get 12 of those materials to make one accessory to level 60 on first week that you're playing, because you get 3 from the quest. Get 12 on your first week, and after that you get 9 every week. So it will take you at least 1 month or 3 weeks to be able to completely finish upgrading your accessories to level 60. And why do you want to do that? Because when you upgrade your accessory from 55 Nihility Embryo to 60, it unlocks the set effect. For every single class, it's the same for every single class. The set effect is obviously different for every single class. But what I can tell you is that the set effect, you can unlock it up to 3-piece set effect. And it is on average for every single class at least 30% to 50% damage increase. For every single class, it is really good, really strong. You do want to get that. It's going to be a major damage increase, and the easiest way to get the damage increase, because you just have to upgrade the accessories you already have. The hardest part is getting the accessories. Upgrading it to level 60 is the easy part. Now, the 5-piece effect you will be able to gain in a future patch when the raid after Queen raid gets released. That's when you're able to grind materials to upgrade the seal and the talisman to level 60 and get the 5-piece effect. So, weapon. The weapon you wanna max upgrade. Now, the Queen raid is gonna introduce a new weapon, a new endgame weapon that is way stronger than the crit weapon. But what you actually need a maxed out crit weapon or a maxed out elemental weapon to be able to craft the Queen weapon. And for the Queen weapon, you will need a unique material that can only drop from the Queen. So what you will need is this plus the unique material, and you will be able to craft the Queen weapon. So we have the gear out of the way. I want to talk about the chess gear. I get a lot of questions about people asking me what I will be running and what they should be running. I'm not playing every single class, guys. I only play Starbreaker mainly. But there's some things I can just tell you to help you do your own decision wisely and pick the best set for yourself without griefing your own damage. So there's burst-based classes and combo-based classes in this game. A combo-based class will be something like a Magic Blade. A burst-based class will be something like Starbreaker. Starbreaker has really low combo count. As you can see, well, like I can use my full rotation, and you can see my combos that barely go up. It's barely going up. So really bad for Cavalry set. Cavalry is terrible on Starbreaker. You don't want to run it. You will not be proccing anything. and Starbreaker. The combo count is way too low. On high combo frequency classes, Cavalry is definitely the way to go. And I want to explain why you want to go either Cavalry or Chariot on each different class. So let's talk about Chariot. Chariot is all about short burst. As you can see, you get insane buffs for up to 15 seconds. You get overcap crit, you get 75 crit damage, you get magic pen, physical pen, damage to bosses, which is damage to bosses, very rare stat. Very rare stat, huge multiplier because it's damage 2. It's rare and it's really, really big. And it lasts for 15 seconds, then goes to cooldown for 24 seconds. So basically, it's built around big burst. Then you go on cooldown. You do use filler skills. You wait for your big burst to be back up, and then you big burst again whenever it's back up. That's the whole thing about Chariot. So if your class is all about bursting, doing big damage, and then doing nothing, which is Starbreaker, then this is the set you wanna go for. 100%, I do think 3-piece Chariot is really strong, and it's gonna benefit the burst classes especially big. Now, I do not know how big the 5-piece and 4-piece is for every single class, guys. Some classes want to keep it. Some classes just don't care about it. Like Starbreaker, you don't really care about the set effect. It's not strong. It's not consistent. It has downtime. Not worth it. Other classes might be different. So what I want you to do is just make sure that your 4-piece and 5-piece is not giving you like 50% damage increase, because then it might not be the best idea to go for 3-piece Chariot. What you can obviously do is go for 2-piece Chariot. 2-piece Chariot, 100% helmet. Helmet, 1,000,000%, you want to have helmet on every single burst DPS class. Helmet is a must-have. I got it yesterday. Increased my DPS by 1 million just getting the helmet without anything else. It is absolutely massive. It's a very strong item, very underrated. And the second piece what you want to have, you have to decide. It's between breastplate and gloves. Chariot pants and shoes are terrible. Do not ever build Chariot shoes or pants. It is not good. It is not worth it. The pen is just not worth it. It is not as big of an increase as I would have thought. I tested it with the pen insignia. 1.5 pen only gave me 0.4 damage increase. So it is very underwhelming, not gonna lie. I don't know if this will change in the future, if it scales with the enemy having way more armor. But for now, at least with my stats, it did not do much. So I do not feel like it's worth going this. So it's either gloves or breastplate as a second Chariot piece. Or you can just not go Chariot for your second piece. You can pick something else. If you just go for 2 chests, you can definitely go helmet Chariot. If you're a burst class, helmet Chariot 100%. And then for breast, gloves, pants, shoes, you can decide what you want to go. You don't have to go Chariot on your second piece. If you're just gonna use 2 chest pieces, you can use anything else. Just look what they give you, and most likely we can decide what would be the best for you. Make sure you look at the base stats. Make sure you look at the effect. Effects like damage increases, aerial damage, like on the pants. I feel like those pants are really strong. Skills and basic attack cast while airborne deal 10% more damage. I do think this is a really strong one. Definitely can be used by literally any class. You want to stay in the air, really. If you're fighting, especially in raids, you want to stay in the air. So this is something that anyone can use. Now, if you are a Cavalry enjoyer, I do also think helmet for Cavalry enjoys. It's a must-have. Every 10 combos, every 10 hits, basically, you get a 0.2 seconds cooldown decrease. CD is 1 second. So it's gonna help decrease your cooldowns, especially if you have low cooldowns. It will help you like weave in abilities way, way better. Especially like a Magic Blade can abuse this very well. Really strong piece. And because the base stats are also completely broken, damage bonus, physical attack, all attribute it's really strong. The base stats on the helmets are absolutely massive, mainly because of the damage bonus. Now, 3-piece for Cavalry, I want to talk about this. The penalty of the oath. So, it's a damage multiplier of 600% plus 1% highest attribute multiplied with 1%, up to 1000. So what this means is, let's say you have 200 all attributes. You multiply it with 1, get 200. So 800% damage multiplier every 0.4 seconds. If you have like 200 all attributes, that's some with buffs and everything, you're probably gonna be around that 200 all attribute, most likely. I mean, your highest attribute, and that's around 1.6k, well, maybe 1.8k percent damage done every second, or more like every 0.8 seconds, something like that. Guys, I'm not the best at math, so excuse me if I'm doing something wrong here, but I guess you do understand what I mean with this. And you just have to imagine that, let's say if you're doing 1.8k damage every second extra on top of the skills you're already using, in 10 seconds you have 18,000% damage that you did. 18,000. That's just how do I say it, guys? It's massive. It's absolutely massive. It's like getting 1.5 ults extra. And those 10 seconds, you put like 1.5 ults of damage as additional damage on top of the damage you're already doing. That's why Cavalry is extremely broken for multi-hit classes, guys. I recommend 3-piece Cavalry for multi-hit classes. I do think it's gonna be extremely broken. Even if you're a Magic Blade. It's just my own personal opinion, guys, by the way. It might not be the right opinion, but if I look at the math, if I look at the numbers, I think 3-piece Cavalry for Magic Blade is better than having the 5-piece and 4-piece. It's just what I think. If someone is a Magic Blade main, they think different. You're free to comment in the comments and just explain it to me. It's just from what I understand, from the damage percentage on this, how much it's adding is just insane. But if you do not want to lose your Magic Blade 5-piece, you can just go to Cavalry. Or you can even go to Chariot. It's really up to you if you want to play for the burst or if you want to play for the consistent damage. As Magic Blade, you can decide what you want to do. And all other classes, the multi-hit classes have the advantage of choosing what they actually want to do. Because they're free to go Cavalry or Chariot. Both options are actually good. But I do not know what will be more damage for multi-hit class. Now for supports, obvious, you want to go Unforgiving. If you only care about supporting your teammates, if you don't care about your own damage, you want to make your teammates do the most damage they can do. 3-piece Unforgiving. 100%. And what are the best Unforgiving pieces? Well, most likely it's the Greaves, the shoes, and then let me check what the gloves do. And breastplate. So to help your team, most likely gloves, pants, shoes is the way. This all of those buff your team's damage, and it's just full team focused. If you wanna be a support player, yeah, that's probably it. Now, this is obviously not the best setups for every single class. I'm just giving you an idea what can help you out with picking the combo you want to run. Obviously, guys, for my Starbreaker, I'm going Chariot 3-piece, and then I'm doing something different. I'm actually committing into Cavalry bottom, Cavalry pants, and Unforgiving shoes for Starbreaker. Now, you want to ask, why the fuck do I want to go Unforgiving shoes? Because the attack speed 50 and CD rate 50 is just massive stats for me. I am struggling with slow animations and CD rate. This would help me quite a lot. And on top of that, it's giving me penetration and it reduces the enemy's defense. So even if it's this team-based stuff, it helps you in solo too. But the main thing is the base stats, attack speed and CD rate are massive. It's gonna help you out a lot to get quicker animation speeds and better cooldowns. So about the pants, it's just all attribute and this 10% more damage while airborne. You wanna stay airborne with Starbreaker always, no matter what. You wanna stay airborne, so this is huge, gonna permanent 10% more damage. It is not clear yet if it's actually airborne like air damage, because air damage will be like a separate multiplier, or if it's just 10% more damage. Have to actually test that, or maybe someone that has the Cavalry Greaves can maybe let me know what they actually do. But yeah, my plan: helmet, breastplate, gloves, chariot, pants, cavalry, shoes, unforgiving. Now, for any Starbreakers that want to copy this, you want to rush helmet first, breastplate or gloves second, and then finish up your chariot piece. You do not want to replace your 2-piece flaming comet until you have the unforgiving boots and cavalry pants ready to go. You do not want to break your 2-set effect unless you have both of those items ready to use. So this is basically the video. TLDR, multi-hit classes, most likely want to abuse cavalry. Low hit classes, burst classes wanna use chariot, and supports wanna use unforgiving. How you wanna use what items combinations you wanna do is up to you. I just gave you some ideas. I just told you what I'm gonna do. It is never the best option. Don't take my word for like the only right thing. You are free to experiment yourself. Maybe find out better combos and just let me know. If you find something better, you're free to let me know. I'm just sharing you my opinion. I'm trying to help people that are completely clueless and have no idea to have some baseline to follow along and have an easier time to decide what they want to do and how they want to gear up for the end game. Now, this was my gearing up guide. I hope it helped you a lot. I hope you will be able to know what you want to go with your chariot pieces or your chess pieces overall. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.